I'm really pleased to be able to talk to you for just a little bit about Agam. Agam knocks me out. I'm just enamored by Agam. And it's my own opinion, and it might sound hyperbolic, but I really believe this. Agam is the most important artist living in our time. I mean, you really investigate him and check him out. I think you'll probably agree with me. For 60 years, Agam has been able to mine the original concept that he developed both spiritually and artistically that long ago. Nothing has changed in terms of his concept. It's just continued to evolve and become more powerful, and it sustained him for all these years to become one of the most important artists in the world. Agam's credentials are amazing. He, of course, has his own room, the Agam Chambre at the Georges Pompidou Centre in Paris. He had a one-man retrospective at the Guggenheim Museum in 1980, the entire museum devoted to his work. But the work is what's really incredible. Agam is the son of an Orthodox rabbi, and the whole notion of the graven image as forbidden by God in the Ten Commandments is what he wrestled with as an artist. And he solved the problem by making an art form which cannot be fixed, which is always in the process of transformation and evolution. Agam has been able to create an artistic environment where the artist and the viewer mingle. They become the same thing, and they collaborate in the artistic experience. You can never fully experience an Agam work of art completely. It's always in the process of transformation. Agam says there are two languages. There's the verbal language and the visual language, and he is a master linguist in the visual language. Agam has been called the father of kinetic art and holds that place in history. Our relationship with Agam goes back many, many years. Albert, our president, and Agam are dear friends. We published many editions of Agam, and we've done major exhibitions of his work in different countries. And we're very excited right now about the synergy and the energy happening in Agam's art. We're seeing new creations. He's at a point now, nearly 80 years old, as we record this, where he's producing some of his most exciting images. He's truly an amazing artist. We hope you enjoy them.
There are already books and books and books written about him. There will be films about him. There will be all kinds of things about him. But there's him now. Yaacov, I'm going to turn the microphone over to you. Thank you very much. Let's hear a round of applause again for Yaacov.
About 30,000 years ago, at the time people living in the prehistoric caves. And you have seen the prehistoric cave once? The pictures? So if you see the picture on the prehistoric cave, what did the people draw? They just draw animals they could eat. The means of the expression was lines. If you see in prehistoric caves, they draw the animals like this. Children, when they're young, they make lines, the babies, right? A line you can find every position with one number. It's one dimension. People who are, it's not only graphic, people who are at this stage of evolution, they think there's nothing out of the line. This is the Vedas of the prehistoric time. And you see, she does not have a head, she does not have hands, she hardly has legs. What does she have? Fertility ceremonies, life. As worship the life, women give life, and that's what they see the most important, the woman in that time. And then, 30,000 years ago, Father, we see something else. Everybody knows it. In Egypt, what is it? Pyramid. What is a pyramid? What is the biggest enemy of the pharaoh? Let us say you have a king, he's powerful, he's like a pharaoh, he thinks like he's God, and then come an enemy who take everything out of him. Who is this enemy? Time. Yes. So this is so strong, can defy time. And there's nothing there, it just defies time. And if you're strong at the time, you can kill time. Time cannot hurt you. So besides of this, it related to you. At that time, arrived in 2 dimensions. The Egyptian, the Babylonian, the Greek, I will make you an example here. I make you a face, seen from the side, the body seen from the front, and the legs seen from the side. This is like an Egyptian, you see? Everything is flat, it's two-dimensional. Because the Egyptian wanted to fix everything, so not to forget. Now, if we jump another 9,000 years, we arrive to three-dimensional. What I make a figure which is very famous. I make you a straight line, see? Straight line. Now I put you a round line around it, see? And I put here, and suddenly you see the Mona Lisa. Right? Remember her? Yeah. And then the Mona Lisa behind it, you'll see mountain and rocks, because it's of a depth. It's a third dimension. Since the third dimension arrived in art, it slowly evolved. They added no more painting into dimension. At the beginning of the century, many people tried to introduce notion, movement, and time. The photomist movement. So you can see they say, Rada, famous painting, you draw a woman with many legs. You see she's moving. But she doesn't move, she just illustrates the movement. And so the Cubist painting, because they try to make things move from different sides. But it's two-dimensional, nothing happens two-dimensional. And so example, by chance, I made a show in Paris, and for the first time in the history, I introduced the fourth dimension. What is the fourth dimension?
Time?
Time. And time is something that unexpected and all the time change. So you have to introduce into the art the unexpected. This is a line, right? And this is a circle, the simplest form. Now if I multiply a line many times, so this is a three-dimensional object here. I can transform it into a four-dimensional object. You have to see?
Yes.
Now it's a four-dimensional.
Oh, wow.
Because now you don't know where every element is. And every time I touch it, it's different. It's never the same. Here, if you touch it like this, you have another different. And it's life, and it's in form of a heart, by the way, because life is this. And then, if you see, if I touch it like this, the center doesn't move, right? It's different. And even more, if I touch it like this, it changes shape.
Oh.
Right? So it's an infinite number of positions. But every time it's a constant happening. It's never could be again the same. Because when you look at the regular artwork, it doesn't change. You're satisfied. On life, you think that you look outside, it doesn't change, but everything changes. But you don't know how it will change, so you have to go beyond the visible. You have to get the notion that what you see could be at any moment disappear to give a place to something else. I would not take your time too much because I can change it for millions of different things.
You know, Agam is considered the father of kinetic art, but I really think that limits him. I don't think you can put any kind of label on Agam's art because it's really about the process of making an art form which is always in the state of being recreated, always changing, always becoming something new. And Agam says that the only constant in life is change. This work behind me is a great example of that. This is a work Agam calls a multigraph, and it's a work of art viewed through a sliding grill on the front of the work. Watch as I change, you'll see the subtle transformations that take place in the work as I slide the grill from side to side. Now, I do mean subtle because I can move it very minutely and have changes, as well as dramatically if I move it more quickly from that light to dark. And it's just one example of how Agam applies this concept of transformation to all of the art that he creates. In terms of surrealism, The Surrealists found Agam to be a fascinating artist, and the most famous Surrealist, of course, was Salvador Dali, and Dali and Agam met each other. In fact, in this book on Agam called Beyond the Visible by Yaacov Agam, there's a photograph of Dali and Agam hanging out together. How cool is that?